Should you try and take on the open? Well, normally I would say no. But there is a way to get round it if you know the right products. Now I'm going to look at euro dollar today, and I'm going to look on the small account. I built it up from 10 quid. I did drop 50 quid into it last week, just simply to help it along. But let's have a quick look at this, shall we? So this is on BlackBull. It's ideal because I can use the leverage. Now I'm on a 15-minute chart, and the first thing I need to do is establish where I'm going to get in. Well, the dominance of this market is to the downside. So I've already worked that out, you know, because you've got to do your homework, guys. If you don't do your homework, you're screwed. So the dominance is selling, even though there's a buying criteria coming into it. So I'm just looking to sell. We've got an ATR of 58, and it's got a minimum setup of 6 pips. Now, because of the size of the account, I can only do 10p. So that's like a base target of 60p. Right. So the base target is 60p. So I'll just drop that there. And what I need to do is establish where I'm going to enter. Well, I want to break the last low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line here. Now I'll explain this one in just a second. So I'm making it into a nice thick chunky line so that I can see it. There it is there. That green line, I want to see the first break underneath it. Okay. What that'll do for me, it'll establish that it's gone into a sell. And it'll also give me a definitive area on the chart to mark with. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for. So I do have sells in my favor at the moment. So I'm happy with that. So now it's a patience game. It's currently sort of well, it's actually 30 seconds or so to the open. Now, hopefully it'll push down into where that is and then go below it. So I've dropped it onto 5-minute chart. And what I'm going to do is, once it's closed, I'll open up 2 positions. So it is over leverage. I'll be at like sort of 20p. One's going to close at 60p. And the other one, I'm going to just let run. Okay? We'll let it go. And I'll put it on a trailing stop of, it'll be 60, 80 pips. Or points, ticks, whatever you want to fucking call them. The thing with MT5 is, it's not like price per point on WebTrader, which is what I use a lot. Is you've got to convert everything into points and one thing and another, and it does get a bit complicated at times. Kind of show you, which why I have this, a cost per pound, because I forget all the time. So I know at 10p, 100 points makes a pound. Okay, so in theory, 60 points would make 60p. Okay, so that's what we do. But you've also got to take into account spreads and all these other little bits and pieces. Which is a bit of a nightmare. So what we'll do is we'll work on probably 80. Well, we'll cut the difference. We'll say 70 points as a trail. And the idea is when it's picked up, it'll just keep on going, and it'll drag the stop behind it, and then it'll stop itself out. All right. So that's the plan. So we've got to wait till it closes under here. So I'll pause the camera now. But when it gets there and closes, I'll switch the camera back on, tell you what I'm doing, and then we'll run the trade out. Okay? Okay, guys. This is one of the good reasons why you let the price come to you. So it's been about an hour. We've got a minute and a bit left of this hourly candle. Went straight up onto this level that I pre-marked. Stopped dead. So again, it's highlighting that your levels are key. Now, we were starting on this candle. We've been monitoring to see where the lows are going to be. Well, this one's formed. So we're going to drop this to there. So I'm still waiting of a close below the line, but now we've got a better price based on what we can see. So again, this might take another hour or so to play out. Always give it an hour. Let it have its play. But if that comes down and we get a close under here, then I'll look to enter the market. But at the moment, I'm waiting. But this is a perfect example of you can do your analysis, you can decide what you're going to do, and the market in the open goes drastically away from you. Now, that's why the opens are dangerous. So you've got to have a plan. And my plan is always let it shorthand first. So that's what we're doing. So we'll wait for that to close under there. Okay, guys, this is coming into play. What I've been doing is following 15-minute candles. There it is there. That was the one. It's now breaking through, giving us an opportunity to start going into market. That's it. We're ready. So we're going to sell at this point. We're going to open up 2 trades at the same time, or put 2 positions in rather. There's the other one. I'll just drop that onto the same place. Okay. So that's our target, which is down into 60. So what we're going to do is I'll grab hold of it. Hold on. I'll do it this way. It's a bit easier. I'll just put a thing in, so it's I don't know, so 80 points, modify, drop that onto there. So what we want is 60p. Okay, so just get it onto this point. This is converting it over into pounds, into sterling rather. So that's the 60. So 60's working out now. It looks like it's 8 pips to trail. So all I'll do is I'll just put that into running onto 0. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the other one with a trailing stop. Now the trailing stop, I'll just pull this into shot. We're going to run it 60. So every time that moves, and then we're going to put that one on 60 as well. Custom 60. Okay. Right. So what we worked out there is roughly how many points we need to get to 60p. Now the thing with anything is that they move around all the time, so you got to update things. So 60p is 81 pips, or 81 points rather, and now I can just let it go because it'll run down. When it gets to about here, it'll start pulling this into risk-free, and that's it. Happy days. So, and then the other one will just continue to run on indefinitely till it's stopped out. Now, I've done this on the smaller account. So you can see there's only 76 quid in it. So I'm trading with pennies. Got 286 out of it over the last few days. Doesn't sound much, but it all adds up. You know, because sort of you start looking into something like this, okay? So you start with a tenner and you just chip away at it over and over. Now I'm looking for roughly about 10 pips a day. So that's about £1 a day. I've targeted 155 for today, because if I look at this as well, the 2% increase each day is 154, so I round it up. Now, it's just chugging along, and I'm quite happy with it. But what's the moral of the story with this particular trade? It's actually patience. I knew I wanted to sell it, but I had to let it top out first. Well, it's topped out, as you can see, and now it's on its way down. So cash that out, sorted, happy days, and then just let the other one run off. Now, because it's got trailing stops, doesn't matter. You know, I can just let it get on with it. So if you're working around a day job, that's it, sorted. So what I'll do is we'll just play it out and I'll come back to you at the end. But it don't sing it down. Right, boys and girls. So, the analysis is correct. As you can see, the trailing stops are now moving down. This is completely risk-free. Can't lose any money. Should have maybe took these off. Just take the ladder trades off. If you never used a ladder is just pre-selected orders that you can drag and drop here, there, and everywhere. And as you can see, stop loss is moving around. It's coming into target. That'll close out shortly. And then that's it. Job's done. Then you just let it get on with it. This is the beauty of sort of following candles, looking at a breakout trade. This is a variation of a breakout. It's the breakout trade with a following candle. And then all you do is just, well, do what I've just done. Once you've got it to a saturation point, place your order, make certain that it cannot lose any money, like this, which is what you have to do if you've got a small account. And that's it. Job's done. You know, you could sort of go, well, I'm going to kill it all off. I can do that. You know, you can have, like, say, a figure in your head. Maybe he's a couple of quid. As soon as you see that profit hit £2, get rid of it. All right, that's it. So this can't lose. It's going to make some money. If it comes up and takes me out, so what? I'm not bothered. You can just re-enter the market again at a later date and just repeat and do the process. Now, inside of the squad, there is plenty of videos on this process, how it's done, why it's done, but also live examples all the time. Now, we go live pretty much every day, and I can talk you through what to look at. That's the beauty of getting involved with a community. Now, what you'll find in the trading world is a lot of people just sit in silence. They sit behind the shadows thinking they're going to learn something, watching the odd video here, there, and everywhere. Trust me, you're not. You're not going to learn a fucking thing. What you're going to do is find that you're jumping from this system to the next system to the next system because you don't actually understand what it is you're looking at in the first place. Get involved in a group, talk to people who can actually walk you through it, and you'll find your learning will jump so much more. But if you're just watching free videos looking for the system, I'm afraid you're going to fail. And that's the brutal hard truth. Now, I'm going on holiday now. I've just done these couple of extra videos for you just to give you some inspiration. There's a couple of pre-recorded ones coming out. Maybe it's today and tomorrow, and then that's it for quite a while. But in the meantime, if you're stuck, drop on the WhatsApp. You'll see what I'm up to during the day. You'll get access over into the Discord if you want to have a chat with somebody. And that's it. Just have yourself a bit of a thought about what you want to do. And if you truly, truly want to make it as a trader, don't do it on your own. Buddy up with somebody, find a community that you like, and stick with it. But what I will say about communities is, if they're there flashing big money about and talking about signals, they're a snake pit. You will lose your money. You want one where you're all on the same level, you're talking similar languages, and you're trading similar size accounts. And then that way you will progress a lot better than trying to emulate somebody that's saying they've got £1 million account but won't trade in front of you. That's all I can say. Okay, guys, watch what you're doing. Have yourselves a good time. See you all in the next one.